Have you often found yourself saying, hope I achieve this or hope XYZ happens? If you really want to achieve success in life, then stop using that four-letter word. Keep watching to know more. I'm Shrish and you're watching Learning Puri, a channel for applied learning. On this channel, I share with you tips and tutorials on data science, business management, marketing and personal development. Let me start by telling you a very interesting story about hope. At the time, just before conception, 1 million sperms are released. All of them swim towards the egg with the hope that they will fertilize it. However, it's just and only one that is successful in achieving that task. You were chosen to be born. You were destined to be born. If you were not born out of hope, then why hope? Does that surprise you? I'm sure it does. It's because what I'm going to share with you is in plain sight but eludes most of us. But before that, let's examine the word hope. Different dictionaries define it as a feeling of expectation for something to happen. Nothing wrong with it, right? But here's the catch. The word expectation symbolizes longing, yearning, or waiting for something you want to happen. And when it does not happen, boom, you are dejected. Longer the wait, higher the dejection, and eventually you lose hope. Finally, one ends up getting under the blues, or clinically defined as depression. A global mental health study conducted by WHO estimates $1 trillion are lost in productivity every year. More than 300 million are suffering from depression worldwide. It's an increase of 18% between 2005 and 2015. More than 260 million are suffering from anxiety disorder. Many are living with both conditions. The problem cuts across age groups, with women being affected slightly more than men. People suffering from depression or anxiety are over 4% of world population, and it's increasing. It's not a very upbeat statistic related to mental health, especially depression. There is a very interesting study conducted by Dr. Peter Ubel that I would like to share with you. Dr. Peter Ubel is a physician and a behavioral scientist. He has conducted research that explores the quirks in human nature that influence people's lives. Through his research, he has studied the mixture of rational and irrational influences that affect health, happiness, and the way a society functions. Dr. Peter Ubel was a professor of medicine and psychology at the University of Michigan. In one of the research studies, Dr. Ubel, the team, and his colleagues followed up with patients who had their colon, which is a part of the bowel, recently removed. One group of patients was told that the procedure was permanent. The other group of patients were told that after a period of healing, the bowels will get reattached. In the initial few weeks, both the groups struggled. However, 6 months later, the group that had been permanently disabled showed far more life satisfaction. The group awaiting a reversal procedure remained depressed and unhappy. The investigators concluded that with the second group, they knew eventually the things would get better, but that made them less satisfied with their present. So whilst usually a good thing, hope has a dark side. Therefore, hope sounds more like hypothetical outlook that prevents evaluation. For those who are interested, I have posted a link to the report in the description below. The Pareto's principle is a useful tool to understand what happens. The principle states that 80% of the times what we do results in only 20% of the times what we expect. It's the remaining 20% of the times effort we undertake that yields 80% of the outcomes. Translating this to a situation, most often most of the people, especially those who are going through a bad phase, are advised to keep hope. However, it need not necessarily result in the expected event. It's the efforts taken 20% of the times that yield the maximum 80% of the outcomes. So what's this 20% special event that becomes the transforming incident? Instead of hope, we need to act, which symbolizes the ability to create transformation. In the action, one should define their 15-mile journey and launch themselves on the path of transformation. I have discussed more about the 15-mile journey and how to transform yourself for growth in my earlier videos posted in the link above. When we are on the verge of losing hope, when we are depressed, we often fail to act. The question arises, what do we act upon when we are almost on the verge of giving up? Can the mind even think straight at this juncture? Yes. To begin with, there is a solution, and like action, that too is in plain sight of everyone. To begin with, there are a few things that will keep you occupied. In the armed forces, the soldiers or officers, irrespective of what happens, are always told to do their beds and shave first thing in the morning every day. As an engineer, I was always told to keep my tools sharp and ready. What it meant was if I was working with electronic gadgets, then the repair tools and the gadgets themselves should be checked that they are kept clean and in working condition every day. This is the disciplined consistency that has been discussed in the 15-mile journey. One should identify more such small and daily tasks that keep the body engine running. Identify the tools of your trade and keep them sharp and ready. Make it a useful habit. This keeps us busy and in working condition to keep our other act together. It keeps us from sliding into the state of despondency. As a result, it keeps the brain ticking to keep finding solutions, to keep tact and track till the required result is obtained. Further, the act should be carried out with faith, which is the epitome of confidence. So next time when you are just about to give up, don't hope. Instead, have faith and act. This is the secret to your success. Remember, you were and are that 1 in million act that took birth. Don't lose it. Thanks for watching. Trust you liked the video. And now it's your turn to act by smashing the like button. Share this video and make a difference to the life of your friends and acquaintances. If you want more of these videos, do drop a comment in the section below, hit the subscribe button and do not forget to click the notification bell. Until we meet again, stay healthy and stay peaceful.